everyone, welcome back for another episode. The last episode, if you caught that one, you're probably here right now watching the start of this one wondering, I wonder if I won one of these prints. So, I had 128 individual comments on that video. I didn't see any double ups either, which is awesome, and it just sort of goes to show what sort of audience I've got. I've got a heap of genuine people on there and they wanted to make sure everyone had a fair chance at it, which was really, really good, and that just put a massive smile on my face going through and just seeing that, just that alone. So all I'm going to do is just use a Google number generator between 1 and 128. Chuck that into Google, see what it spits out of me, and I'm just going to count down from top to bottom, find that comment, and that will be the winner. Let's generate a number. 48. Let's go find 48. That first one's me. 48. Sam Allen, been watching since the start of your channel. Quality of the videos has only gotten better. What a legend. I want him to have that print. Well done, mate. You've got that print. Awesome. So Sam Allen 2763, you are the winner of that fish print. It'll be this one right here. So these are all hand done by me, including like the little frame and the hanging and all that sort of stuff. You can see this one's got a little bit of a blip there. That's from my young fella. So well done, Sam. I will be in contact very shortly. I'll send you a reply on that comment and I'll try and get in contact with you on like Instagram or Facebook, or reach out when you watch this too, if you could. Rightio, let's jump into day 2 of 3 of this solo mission out on that old school Haynes hunter. And make sure you watch to the end of this video to see which fish I consider to be like the highlight fish from this episode. Now you can see the prints behind me. One of these prints are of that particular fish. So for your chance to take home one of these prints, I'll have all the details on all that at the back end of this. Righto, let's jump in. So as you can see here, the sun is well and truly up. I actually had a pretty good sleep out there on that first night. I got up, I moved the boat, I found a little bit of phone reception because I wanted to use Google Earth and try and find a few just sort of bommies and just see what I could find out and around the islands out there. So I found maybe 8 to 10 sort of different spots out and about. I got those coordinates from Google Earth, had to convert them to put them into my Lowrance sounder. Went through that whole process and then basically picked the one closest to me and just started working around, checking them all out. Now this one here, as you can see, I've left this, or most of this clip in. The coral here was just amazing, and I found a few spots like that over the couple of days. Just alive, heaps of small bait. Some of that coral was just so beautiful. You'd think I'd woken up and punched out to the reef and I was out diving that beautiful Great Barrier Reef, but I wasn't. I was still in reasonably close, just the islands out off Mackay here. Again, this is another one of those spots. A little bit deeper here, as you can see. Get down to the bottom there. And all I was doing was basically anchoring the boat down current and then swimming up current. So it's a little bit harder, obviously, because you're swimming up current away from the boat. But if anything happens, if I shoot a fish and you're sort of drifting through the water, I'm going to drift towards the boat rather than away from the boat. So you can see here, I couldn't really see from the surface what sort of structure and stuff was down there, and I found a little ledge there. There's a couple of mangrove jacks sitting under it. So I thought I'll move further up current, see if I can't get a better approach on those fish. So I did that, head to the surface, breathed up, moved up current a little bit more, dove down and tried to find that ledge again, or that little undercut there on the side of the bommy there. So see, as I get down to the bottom here, I can spot that bommy with that undercut. Have a little bit of a look at it while I was down there. Everything had sort of moved off. I think I might have spooked him on my dive down, or even on that previous dive actually. Sort of moving across, can see all the bait, can't see any jacks or anything sitting over there. So I decided to keep moving forwards, and I found some good bait, sort of started hanging around that bait, having a bit of a look around, seeing what I could find. School of GTs sort of came in. I thought I'll keep moving forwards here, have a bit of a look in some of these cracks. And it's just absolutely started pouring rain here, so hopefully this audio isn't too bad. Where I am here is the main mark, I'm pretty sure, that I found on Google Earth. See the coral here? It looks like I've just dove down out on the reef. Absolutely unreal. I did have my 1200 Rob Allen here with the float line and a float attached, so I didn't want to sort of dive down into the crack and get everything tangled up. Ideally, I would have approached this way different if I had a reel gun on. There's a couple of mangrove jacks sort of darting around down there, so I just give them a moment to sort of settle down. Mangrove jacks are pretty dumb. You can generally get pretty close to them. If you sort of wait long enough, you generally as well get a pretty good shot on them. This one here was a top-down shot, definitely not an ideal shot. You're trying to shoot where the fish is sort of its skinniest, so it's a lot harder shot to get it right. See here, got a pretty good holding shot on this one, through the head, out the cheek there, out the bottom of its chin. Great little mangrove jack, absolutely delicious eating at this size. So I processed this guy, actually threw it on the float, spot another one down there. Obviously I saw a heap down there when I was down there, but that one was a little bit bigger. So threw this one on the float line, tried to keep it pretty close to me on the float line, just in case there was sharks around, and I was about to find out after this next jack that yeah, there was definitely some sharks around. So this time I head back down, I've just moved over just slightly. Just gonna go down, have a little bit of a look, see if I can't do the same thing again, or just see if I can't see those bigger jacks down there. I make my way down, see all the bait just stacked up in the cracks there. I'm gonna poke my head over and I can see a couple of bigger jacks sort of move out through that crack there, out into that open area. And I thought, rather than sit down here for no reason, they're gone now, I'll head up, breathe up, and I'll make a little bit of a different approach over that other side there. And here is that approach. So I thought I'll head down into this open area. My float line's not going to get tangled up in anything. It's sort of headed out to my right there. Make my way down, and this time I'm going to hit the bottom, get right up in there and see if I can find those bigger fish. I know they'll be hanging around here somewhere. Straight away I spot both those fish just milling in that crack there. When I say they're pretty dumb sometimes, or they're pretty dumb most of the time, you see these guys just coming out straight out in front of me, doing little turns. Could have sort of shot at any point here, but I wanted to suss them out a little bit, take the little bit bigger one. Got a really good shot on that guy, straight through his cheek. Start making my way up, process that guy, and then yeah, discover there's a couple of little reef sharks trying to eat my other one. It's always brain spike, bleed my fish. And that was an awesome spot. It's so good when you plan something like that, or you think through that whole process, you execute it, and then you come up with the goods. It's such a good feeling. There's that pesky reef shark. He was right up on that other mangrove jack. So I sort of headed back to the boat. It kept close the whole time. Got the fish up into the boat and ended up just pulling anchor and moving spots. So this is another one of those Google Earth spots. Head down, and again, how much does this just look like I'm out on the barrier reef? Unbelievable. Get down to the bottom here. Lots of sort of bigger bommies with sort of rubbly sandy patches in between it. Absolutely stacked with fusilier and small bait. You can see a common trout over in the crack there. It's not totally unusual to see common trout, but you're more than likely to see barcheek trout at the islands here, or at the closer islands here. Now what I didn't do when I first got there, and what I normally do at a spot, is I'll dive straight under the boat, because that bit of a noise, the anchor going down, all that sort of stuff can spark a bit of interest in some fish. It wasn't until I was leaving, the anchor got stuck, and I had to dive down on the anchor to recover it. start heading down, and until now I'd only seen smaller fish, small trout, small common trout. Get down to the bottom here, you see a really good common trout just sitting over to the left there. There's another one just in behind it. So I do what I headed down for anyway, grab that anchor, set it up. There's hardly any current here, so just left the anchor there. The boat's up there running at the moment, so I head up, jump in the boat, grab my reel gun out, and head back down, see if I can't pick up one of these beautiful common trout that are down there. Pretty awesome viz out here as well. It's probably, I think, about 12 to 14 meters down to these bommies, and you can see it from the surface. Pretty amazing. So I'm heading down here, right on top of the anchor there, exactly where I was before. A bit more of a look around on the way down. I've really been enjoying with the reel gun lately, and I've actually been using it a lot more. It's just so much more free, you get so much more freedom down there. Spot these couple of common trout, pick the one that I think's the bigger one, take it, ended up just punching it straight through the head, straight through the whole body just about. I think it went sort of through both sides of the fillets because it sort of turned a little bit. But I'm not too worried about that. Still tastes awesome, and that fish is up in the boat. I make my way up, eventually get a hold of that fish, process it, chucked it up in a transom, and head back down, see if I can't pick up one of those other ones. While I was sitting there breathing up, I could see the other two milling around. They'd move forwards just a little bit. Now 9 times out of 10 when I point a fish out like that, I'll head down and it'll either be gone or I'll take a shot and I'll miss. This wasn't one of those times, luckily. Definitely get bad juju doing that, pointing something out. So I head down, I can see a couple of them there. I can see one at least, and another one pokes its head out. I thought, you know what, that one will do. It's closer. Staying that guy, great shot on that one. Starting to get a little bit later in the afternoon now, so I decide to get up, get these fish out of the water, get them up in a boat. We'll have a bit of a look at these fish, and then we'll look at making a move, find somewhere to anchor for the night.
Case. Obviously got a couple of really strawberry red common trout. This one's a cracker. Terrible shot on it, just about went through the whole fish, through the whole fillet, both sides. But the fish is in the boat and it will still taste absolutely delicious. And it was a great fish. I'll be stoked just with that one, let alone this one. It's a big one. Unreal.
So I made the move to the anchorage for the night, ended up anchored on the back of Keswick Island. It's actually in a green zone, so no diving or anything there. Took the other side of the trout from the previous day. It was still in the esky there. Cut it up, had some more sashimi. Very, very simple stuff. Just diced it up, a bit of soy sauce, a bit of spring onion, and some sesame seeds. Absolutely delicious. And on this night, I did actually cook a little bit up as well. Now, I forgot a whole bag of supplies when I went out on this trip. I do remember a bit of seasoning. Absolutely delicious. But yeah, I had really simple stuff. I had some wraps, a bit of cheese, and that was it for that night. Cheese and fish wraps. Delicious though, absolutely delicious. I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Mackay really turned it on for those couple of days, and I've still got one more day to go yet. So the highlight fish for me, which one was it? It had to be that second mangrove jack, which is this print just here. So this particular spot where I speared this exact fish is appropriately named Jack Crack in my sounder now. Awesome spot. I can't wait to get back there again. Conditions need to be pretty good to dive it. There'd be a lot of run there on most tides. So same as the last vid, for your chance to take this print home, leave a comment down below. It doesn't have to be like, hey, I want the print. comment about anything. I've replied to all of them. I'll do the same on this vid and the next and the one after that. I love that interaction with the community that I have on there through that comment section. Again, try and keep it to 1 comment per person, just so it's sort of fair for everyone. It makes it easy for me when I'm going through and I'm checking them all and counting them all. Yeah, let's see if we can't hit that 200 comment mark on this next one. So if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button, click the like button, leave a comment for your chance to take home this awesome fish print, and I'll catch everybody on the next episode. Cheers.